My name is Joan Hancock-dow. I've been a longtime collector of Revlon dolls. I have a website, which is Joan's Revlon doll website. It's accessible through Google. It is not complete, which is one of the reasons that within the last couple of years I wrote the book. And that is available on Amazon. I have restrung Little Miss Revlons dozens and dozens of times. And many times when Little Miss Revlon dolls are sold, they are sold in pieces, or else they are about to fall apart, or they have been restrung without original pieces. The one piece that is missing very often is this tube piece, because when the doll falls apart, it falls out and gets lost, and nobody knows how important that piece is. So over the years, I have remanufactured that piece with PVC tubing. Also, you can purchase a kit that has the elastic bands and the PVC tubing. I prefer covered elastic cording to the bands because they're very hard to pull, and with the covered elastic cording you can tie a knot and then tie it as tight as you need to. The covered elastic cording that I prefer is number 2, and it's available from Doll's Part and other vendors. It is actually a scant 1/8 inch wide or 3 millimeters. Sometimes your doll is just simply wobbly and doesn't stand up straight. That would be another reason to restring. One thing about Little Miss Revlon that's different from a lot of vintage dolls is that her arms are flange molded so that they don't need to be included in the string assembly. Same thing with the legs. The leg joint is flange molded also. The first thing I do is dip the hip joint into boiling water for 20 to 30 seconds. The hip joint can also be heated with a hairdryer or under hot running water, but that takes longer. And I found that the 20 to 30 second in boiling water works the best and quickest for me. And I'll show you how the leg comes out. What you do is kind of gently pull it out, and if it's been heated adequately, it comes out very easily. Inside the hip joint, which is this, or inside the pelvis, are these pieces. This little bell piece, a washer, and what's called a collar pin. Collar pins can be remanufactured very easily by using a large paper clip and cutting it to size and then bending the sides of it. Okay, then what I'm going to do here is put the pieces into the doll using what I prefer is a forceps or hemostat. A long needle nose pliers also works, but this is my preference. Okay, so what we do is put this through the washer, and then the bell piece from the wide end, and then attach the pin. So that it keeps the cording from going through. Then I put it into one of the leg sides if your bell piece is still in the doll, you can leave it there and still accomplish this job, but I just pulled it out so that you can see what I'm doing. And then it goes into the tube piece from the flat end into the torso, and then into the rounded side of the collar piece through the second washer. The second washer is optional. I just think it gives a little more stability. And then what I'm going to do is tie one knot, tie it tight, so that the doll is not totally immovable, but rigid enough that she stands up straight. And then I put this in, although with the knot, it probably is not going to be a problem going through. But I'll put this in anyway, just to make sure. And this is the hardest part with old hands. Okay, it's in. And then what I do is tie a second knot so that it becomes a square knot. And then put the doll's head over the knot assembly and collar piece. You can trim the cording if you want to, but it's not necessary because there's plenty of room in the head. And gently twist and turn. Okay, it looks like we're almost there. Okay, so the head is on. And then to reattach the legs, you have to heat the leg again. Voila. Okay, while I'm doing the second leg, I just wanted to tell you that there are a couple of eBay sellers that sell these pieces. This is their username and contact information. Dolls Part is a doll supply company that has supplied these kits over the years, but I don't believe they are right now. There is also a site where directions for using these kits, which is part of the thisolddoll.info site. This Old Doll also used to supply these kits, but I don't believe they do anymore. Okay. And here we go. All done. If you have any questions, I can be contacted through contact information in my book or through the website. Little Miss Revlon is a charming doll that predated Barbie and is very popular with collectors. So she is worth restringing and not that hard. But there are so many people out there that don't know how to do this. This is why I'm putting this on YouTube.